has tweeted leaving for USA, where I will attend programs in New York City and Washington, D.C. These programs include Yoga Day celebrations at the UN headquarters. So this is the tweet coming himself from Prime Minister that he has talked about his upcoming visit to the US. He will be jetting off to the United States for that official state meeting. He has tweeted out, as and I quote, that leaving for USA, where I will attend programs in New York City and Washington, D.C. These programs include Yoga Day celebrations at the UN headquarters. Now, CNN News 18's Aman Sharma continues to be with me on the broadcast. Aman, what do you think these agreements and sort of deals are going to impact? How are they going to impact the India and US relationship moving forward and also globally?
Well, a lot of it is evident in the departure statement by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which has just been issued as he's leaving for the United States of America. The departure statement, if I quote of the Prime Minister, he says, "This special invitation of a state visit by the President of USA is a reflection of the vigor and the vitality of the partnership between our democracies." He also says this visit will be an opportunity to enrich the depth and diversity of our partnership. He says India-US ties are in fact multifaceted with deepening engagement across sectors. He's spoken about how USA is India's largest trade partner in goods and services. And the PM says that India is in fact looking forward to collaborating closely in the fields of science and technology, education, health, defense and security fields. He's especially speaking about the initiative on the critical and emerging technologies, which has, added in dimension. The two NSAs of the countries had discussed this particular thing during the US NSA visit to India recently, which speaks of a widened collaboration to defense, industrial cooperation, space, telecom, quantum, artificial intelligence, and biotech sector as well. The PM says that both the countries are collaborating to further our shared vision of a free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific. I think a very important statement by the Prime Minister as he leaves for the US, where he says that the both countries are planning to share their vision of an inclusive Indo-Pacific. This is an important line. He also says that the discussions with President Biden and other senior US leaders will provide him an opportunity to consolidate the bilateral cooperation as well as the various other forums, like G20, Quad, where India and US are close partners. Also, the PM adding in his departure statement that, strong people-to-people linkages have been instrumental in developing the trust between our countries. So, the diaspora event, I think he's hinting towards, which will be held at the Ronald Reagan building in Washington on the evening of the 23rd. He's speaking about that. Also, he said that he's looking forward to meeting the vibrant Indian-American community that represents the best of our societies. Also, the department statement refers to the series of meetings that the Prime Minister will be having with the leading CEOs of American companies. This will be an opportunity, of course, for India and US for India especially to discuss the opportunities for elevating the trade and investment relationship and for building a resilient, global supply chains, which India has been trying for a long time along with the US. He's also spoken about his visit later to the Egypt, which also will be a very significant second leg of the Prime Minister's visit. This 5-day nation tour, 2-nation tour by the Prime Minister to Egypt and the USA. But clearly, the departure statement, if we look at it closely with the Prime Minister, he's looking to deepen the bilateral relationship with America. The points that Zaka spoke about, especially about the jet engine deal, if that goes through, Sakshi, that has been in the works for almost 12 years. And finally, if it goes through now in the final year of the second term of the Modi government, obviously a big achievement for the Modi government if we're able to sign that GE engine deal, because that will power up our entire Tejas program in India. And of course, for India's dream of making its own jet engine in India could be, not a far from reality, not far in the future, because 80% transfer of technology is being promised by GE, what I hear. Also, the Predator drone deal, another major deal which is expected to be signed in this trip between both the countries. These two deals, plus the larger cooperation on trade and investment and bilateral relations, I think is very important. And at a time when, there's a Russia-Ukraine war, and India at times has been questioned that why you're not taking one side or the other. India has maintained a very fine balance on the issue of the Russia-Ukraine war. I think this trip by the PM, and especially if you read his departure statement, I think sets the agenda very, very clear for the upcoming visit, and the PM is leaving in the next few minutes, and how the two-leg visit to New York, as a lot of statement I think will be made by the PM on the global stage during this visit, be leading the International Yoga Day celebrations at the UN Secretariat in the lawns of the UN Secretariat. He'll be joined by the who's who of the world, in a way, representatives from over 180 countries, leading academicians,